Hello, Ateneans. I am Attorney Mary Grace L. Villar, a lawyer employed with the government. I work as a Clerk of Court V in the Regional Trial Court, Branch 57 of Libmanan, Camarines Sur. I also work as a part-time college instructor in the Allied Business Courses Department of the College of Business and Accountancy in the Ateneo de Naga University. It's been 12 years since I entered this university as a hopeful college student, and my only desire back then was to graduate with flying colors. My org experience started when I was invited by a friend to attend an orientation of an organization which is a member of. And because I have nothing else to do and I have no extracurricular organization yet, I accepted the invitation. During that orientation, I found out that they were a socio-civic organization, an organization whose purpose is to help the community in various ways through their areas of concern. And I was surprised because the catch was they were forming a new organization, and it will be called Uswag Junior Eagles Club. And I was supposed to be one of its founding members. Despite being clueless on how to run and form a new organization, I accepted the challenge and I joined this new group. However, what made my student leader journey different from the others was the fact that after joining the organization, sometime later, I lost interest and became an inactive member because I thought my involvement with the organization was interrupting the time which I should solely devote with my studies. But I was wrong. Looking at it now, years later, I believe one of the best experiences in my college life was my involvement with my service-oriented organization, Uswag Junior Eagles Club. It greatly affected my life's choices and helped me in finding what I wanted to do in life. How? First, my experiences with my organization helped in my self-development. Because we were a new organization with fewer members, I was pushed to take on leadership roles, and this greatly enhanced my leadership potential. Working with different kinds of people for the different projects of our organization also honed my interpersonal skills. I also became better in organizing and planning activities in line with the core values of our organization. These skills are indeed helpful in life after college. Eventually, when you join the workforce and become part of a bigger organization. Further, because of the various leadership workshops and seminars I attended, most of it were sponsored by the Office of Student Affairs. Thank you, OSA. I was able to know like-minded people. I met fellow student leaders from Ateneo and outside. Some also became a colleague in the profession. Second, joining the organization made me more socially aware with my community and country. I began to ask, what is happening with the community I live in? What communities might be in need of help and assistance? As one of the founding members of the organization, one of our challenges was finding the community to adopt and to help. Eventually, after brainstorming, the members decided that considering that one of our areas of concern is special needs of the poor, we will focus on the deaf and mute community in the Gualan Deformation Center for the Deaf. And throughout that engagement, we initiated projects which will help raise more awareness of our deaf community in the Ateneo and outside. Honestly, prior to my joining the organization, I really had no idea about the plight of our deaf and mute brothers and sisters. But because of my organization, I gained more awareness. I was able to know the daily challenges these people face when and how we can try to make the community more inclusive to our deaf and mute brothers and sisters. Also, my organization exposed me to other vulnerable sectors of the society, the urban poor, the homeless, the youth, and many more. This exposure helped me shape my perspective on how I can contribute to my country as a citizen in many different ways. In fact, when I was still with the organization, I actually considered working for an NGO after college. However, after much thought and considering I was a legal management student, the more logical path was to take up law. And I believe my experience with my organization strengthened my resolve to take up law and eventually become a lawyer. Now, I am catering to the needs of a different vulnerable sector of our society. I work closely with those involved in the administration of justice in the hope that we are able to achieve what we strive for, social justice. And I thank my org for raising my social awareness. Finally, the most important thing I got from my experience with my organization was that joining a service-oriented organization helped me deepen my self-awareness. I found my purpose and what I wanted to do in life, live a life of service to others. As already mentioned, prior to becoming a student leader, I was once an inactive member of my org. But I found myself coming back and becoming an active member after I was exposed to one of our adopted communities, the Habitat for Humanity community in Barangay Palatas, Naga City. One summer, I, together with my org mates, attended a house building activity where we helped build the house through physical labor. Yes, we dug the soil, we put them in sacks, and we carried them. We also carried hollow blocks, sacks of cement, and sacks of sand. It was tiring and exhausting because we were under the sun all day. But it was an eye-opener that even an insignificant college student like me, when together with others who share the same passion for service, can help make someone's life a little better through our collective effort. I found passion and purpose in joining the organization. So this is why I stayed. And the school year after that summer, the Junior Eagles took on the challenge to lead the 19th Bahay Atenista, an institutional project of the Ateneo de Naga University, which aims to help build a house for a homeless family. And at that time, it was a family from Calabanga, Camarines Sur. It's true, organizations can make you better. It will help improve your skills, your resume, your network, and your connections. But that's not the end of it. Your organization will contribute in shaping your values. And for me, because my organization helped me to become more socially aware, it helped me find my purpose. I want to continue to live a life of service to others, even after I graduate from the Ateneo and leave the organization as its member. Whatever decisions I will face now and in the future, I am always reminded that my answers must always be aligned to that value of living a life of service. So unlike the freshman student whose priority was to study and graduate, the senior student with significant org involvement learned to ask these questions. How can I help my community? What can I contribute? How can I be of service to others? My profession as a lawyer is one way I decided to serve others. But because one of my org's areas of concern is youth empowerment, I knew I always wanted to work with fellow youth and affect their lives, even after college. So now, after I became a lawyer, I pursued on becoming a teacher. And now I teach law subjects in the college undergraduate courses. But I always make it a point to remind my students that while in college, they should not only study, they should actively join student organizations. And hopefully, this organization will affect their lives in the best way possible as it did for me. So I thank the Office of Student Affairs, headed by Sir Sonny, for inviting me to speak about something close to my heart. And I also hope that you, my dear Ateneans, will also find an organization which will not only suit your interest and help you become a better student and leader, but more importantly, I hope you join one which will make you become a more productive member of our community as you go out of the Atty. Thank you very much.